Hey everyone, welcome back to Shop Life. We haven't vlogged in a while, it feels kind of weird, but we're actually under a ZHP. This one only has 66,000 miles. It's a very low mileage 2004 330 ZHP. We're doing a bunch of just maintenance on it. We're doing control arm bushings, struts, shocks, and also like alternator, pulleys, and just the strut mounts, power steering lines, a bunch of stuff that it just needs. I mean, most of this stuff is from the Northern California region, I believe San Francisco area. So a lot of the suspension took quite a beating up there, which is why we're replacing it at almost 60,000 miles. And the owner is just trying to be, as preventative and, just trying to take care of stuff as soon as things start going wrong, instead of, waiting until it breaks down pretty much. The funny thing is, this car, so there was nothing wrong with the alternator. It was coming in just for the suspension noise and stuff. But while he was driving it here, about half a mile from the shop, the alternator went out. So it was just a coincidence, and it worked out in his favor because since it's already here, I just went there, gave him a jump, charged up the battery a little bit while I was there, and we were able to limp it here. But yeah, so we're gonna change out that alternator. I already have a bunch of the stuff taken apart. But yeah, I actually did a video on this. I'm not sure if it's gonna be up before this, but I did a video talking about the whole extended warranty and stuff, because this car actually does have an extended warranty.
They'll be on his main channel.
Yeah, on the main channel, Shop Life TV. Make sure you guys go check that out. But yeah, so if any of you guys are in the market for a used car and you get the option for an extended warranty, make sure you go check out that video. It'll just go over what to expect and what to look into pretty much. But yeah, I mean, you look underneath here, I mean, it's like spotless. There are no oil leaks, not even residue from an oil leak. Only leak that's starting to form is that power steering line, which is why we're replacing it before it coats everything. But yeah, it's really clean.
Wow, it really is.
Yeah.
I think this is the cleanest.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Not even yours.
No. Yeah, you're right.
Or mine.
Not even mine. This thing is really clean. The steering guibo is shot, so we're changing that. The struts and shocks. I mean, a lot of people don't realize, but like struts, shocks, any of those suspension, like shock absorber struts, I mean, they're pretty much blown out by the time they reach 60,000 miles. A lot of people still feel like it's kind of firm, but usually that firmness is from the spring. The struts and shocks are pretty worn by that time. A lot of people have the misconception that it's not worn until it's like completely bouncy, like you go over a dip, the whole car is just jumping up and down. But if you know how a good suspension feels, you'll realize that they wear out a lot quicker than a lot of people think they do.
All right, so I think we should handle the daily wagon situation, which is we actually need to deep clean it. So we haven't really cleaned the inside, like vacuumed and like cleaned all the stains off of it. We kind of just like do a quick clean every once in a while, but it's been about 5 months and we haven't done a really deep cleaning, so it's about that time that we do it today. So that's what I plan on doing today. And let's just take a look.
Show them that.
What?
Don't show them all the mess.
It's okay. This is what we are dealing with. We drive this car every day, guys. Every day.
Well, we're taking it across country. We haven't cleaned it since then. And we just take out all the trash. We never really vacuum and stuff. We never have time.
So yeah, as you can see, the handles are, that's typical with the E46s. They just get really dark, especially since we work on cars. So yeah, all that black stuff on the handles. And the back seat's not that bad because we usually don't have anybody sitting in the back seat besides Fluffy. The trunk, the trunk is bad as well. We have recently been moving. We moved, and so we use the wagon. The wagon is very handy. Like, I am surprised the amount of things you can fit in the wagon. So it was definitely a good choice to have the wagon as a daily. But yeah, so let's go ahead and clean it. Oh, and I'm not talking about the outside. The outside is worse with all the California fires. As you can see, it's just like really black dirt. So we need to handle that situation later today or tomorrow. Oh, you guys are not gonna believe this, but we've had this black ice air freshener in the car for a whole year, and it worked for that whole year. So I remember we got this last year at SEMA. It worked out pretty well. We were surprised, but I think it's finally time to throw it away and put in a new scent. So yeah, definitely worth the money. So I got pretty much all of the trash, like the receipts and everything out of the car. Now I will go ahead and vacuum everything, and then we'll get to the fun part, which is cleaning the leather, the dash, the door panels, everything. So let me go ahead and do that. Alright, so I vacuumed the car, it's all ready to go. Now some of the products that we use are these little brushes to get like in between the little cracks. And then this is the glass cleaner we use from Chemical Guys. And this does not ruin like the tint or anything like that, because there are some that do ruin the tint. So you gotta be careful with that. And sometimes we switch up our leather cleaner and the speed detailer, but today the only ones we have is the 303 products. So it protects from UV rays. The light turned off.
That smells like something's burning.
The light turned off. Can you? It does smell like something's burning. Oh snap! Is there a fire? So as you guys know, there's been like a whole lot of wildfires. Oh, I hear sirens. Oh snap!
I don't see nothing.
You
hear the siren.
Snap. Hopefully everything's okay.
Did we turn the heater off?
At the house? Yeah. Alright, so as I was saying, this one has UV protection, so I usually only use this for the dash since it gets the most sun. And then the speed detailer, just pretty much use it on plastic pieces and all that. And then the 3-in-1 leather cleaner I use everywhere else where there's leather, and I massage it in with this leather brush. And then for like the rubber pieces or plastic pieces, I use the Chemical Guys VRP. And this one is really good because it doesn't leave like that greasy feel, or not feel. Well, yeah, also feel, as well as like look, which I really like. And finally, the last product that we use is the Folex, and this I use for the carpet, and it works really well to get the stains out, so I love that. Let me go ahead and start cleaning. Alright, so this is how I use the BRP. I pretty much put it on the microfiber. Just a little bit. And then I rub it in with my fingers so it doesn't so I don't get a lot of product on the actual plastic, and then I just rub it in. So this one is not as faded, so you won't be able to tell. Well, you can kind of see a difference. Makes it look so much better. And I mean, a little goes a long way. All right, now with a new microfiber, I will do the windows. I always spray it on the microfiber instead of the actual window, or I do that with every product, because if you spray it on, there might be some spots that you just miss, and that product just pretty much stays there. So always on the microfiber. Alright, so it's my first time using this leather brush. We had this other one that was much better than this one, so I don't recommend this Chemical Guys ones because it keeps shedding every time I go and scrub it. So, I mean, hopefully later on it stops doing that, but so far it's very annoying, and the little hairs are getting everywhere. Alright, so I was just like scrubbing there, and as you could see, all of these little hairs everywhere. Man, that sucks. And this was not cheap. They're like, the other one that we used to have was cheaper than this one, and it worked a lot better. And it seemed like the other one, the one that we had, was a little bit softer. So I'll try to link that one down below. So far, this one sucks. Okay, so the wagon is pretty much done. And what are you doing?
Changing these struts out. Damn it.
What?
Not going so hot. Alright, so both front struts are in. Also took care of those power steering lines. What we have left, I also got the alternator in. I've got to do the steering guibo, control arm bushings, and the rear shocks. And besides that, I already drained the oil as well, so I got to put in a new filter, put new oil, and put new power steering fluid, and actually bleed all that out. Besides that, the car should be done after that. Only other thing is to put that new electric fan, just slip it right in, and we're good. But anyways, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It's pretty late, so we're about to head home anyways. And then we'll see you guys tomorrow.
No beamer when I pull in the sun. Change on me just like Polo the Don. Don't be fronting, girl, you know I'm the one. Number 2 is not an option, and they know they can't stop me. Take off, I can't take no breaks off. I've been working hard.